Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to go ahead and create a look using the Natasha Denona Retro Eyeshadow Palette. I recently picked this up with my gift card that I got for my birthday, and I've already created a look with it. I tried doing a video, it didn't come out good, so this is like take two, and we're just going to hang out and play with the eyeshadow palette, create a look, and talk about it. So if that sounds like fun to you, then stick around because I'm about to get started. But before I do, I just want to say, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe because it really does help me out a lot, and it is always greatly appreciated. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. So hair's up, eyes are primed, and we're ready to get started. So I want to just show you guys really quick the eyeshadow palette. Now this color story is something that absolutely speaks to me. Purple being one of my favorite colors. I really love the mauves, the purples, the pinks in this palette. Absolutely gorgeous. So I've already created a look with it, like I said, and we're just gonna create another one because we can. And hopefully this time I won't ramble so much. Odds are I will. Hopefully not as badly as when I initially did the video though, because I really felt like I was just all over the place, kind of distracted, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted to. Now this palette has been out for a minute. I'm not gonna do a ton of swatching. We're just gonna hang out and, you know, create a look and have a little fun, because why not? Because we can. So I do want to start with a transition shade. Let's see here. I don't have my glasses on, forgive me. I'm probably going to pop stuff up in the corners so that my blurry eyes, and really trying to figure out, what does that say? We're going to start with this, and I'm going to lay down this initial shade, and I'll just, again, I'll pop it up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, we're just going to make it happen. Now, something I can say that I noticed right away is that these shadows are very pigmented, and I really enjoy that. I've never really had issue with Natasha Denona palettes before. I really like the formula. I don't think that I've come across palettes that have been disappointing to me, so there's something to be said for that. And this shadow is just stunning. Look at that. I'm going to try and sheer it out just a little, because I want to go into the deeper shades and just do a nice burgundy. It's supposed to be a romantic kind of style palette, you know, with the deep burgundies and purples and the blushy pinks, and I love that. That's just something that really speaks to me, because I'm a romantic at heart, sort of. I mean, yeah, I am. See that? How it blends out beautifully, and it shears out beautifully as well. So this is something that you can build up and have like deeper transitions of the same shade, or you can just shear it out all over the lid and have it as a nice transition shade, and it looks really pretty. I feel like with shadows like these, purples in general, you have to be kind of careful. Otherwise, you could look like, you know, you got punched in the eye, and that's just not a cute look, unless it's something that you're going for. You know, Halloween is right around the corner after all, but that's not what we want to do today. I just want to sheer it out enough to where it's a nice shade, but doesn't look like I just, you know, ran into a cabinet or something, just like, you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway, can I say, speaking of Halloween, I am so excited that fall is upon us. I'm ready for summer to be over. I've, you know, enjoyed some of the summer. It's been nice, but I'm not a big fan of the heat, and fall is my favorite season, so I'm certainly looking forward to it, like a lot of us are. I'm ready for it to cool off, and it's going to start happening here pretty soon, so yay. Yeah, cute. All right, so I like that. We're gonna hop into this shade next and put that on the outer portion of the eye and blend it into the crease. Let's put that right here. Yeah. So the other day, we went ahead and went over to Universal City Walk. And if you guys don't know, I live in California, so we went and we checked that out and hung out for a little bit. They had a restaurant there, a Mexican restaurant that we used to like and frequent often, but it closed down, I think because Universal wanted only restaurants in there that were owned by Universal, and it was a separate entity, and they just kind of wanted to weed out those businesses and have something that just solely benefited them. I don't know, it's something that my husband was telling me about. I'm not completely certain on that, but it kind of makes sense. So there's a new restaurant there in its place, and we decided to go and check it out yesterday. And we also toyed with the idea of going to the park and, you know, having some Universal City fun. But between the two of us, it would have been like $300 to get in. And we had gotten there at like 3 and it closes at 6 or something like that. They try to get people out of there by 5:30. Even with the Halloween haunt and all that, you know, starting up, which would have been even more if we decided to do the haunt. So we'd gotten there basically too late to really enjoy the park. So instead of doing that, we just went ahead and had a bite to eat at the new Mexican restaurant that they have in place of the one that we used to really love. And it wasn't that great, to be honest. It really wasn't, unfortunately. I mean, it was okay. I just really liked the one that was there previously. The food was just a lot better. There was nothing, the service, everything like that was fine. It's just the food itself just wasn't, it just wasn't as good as our place that we used to go to all the time. It was just an okay experience. We laughed our butts off. We were kind of joking with each other because they kind of went a little overboard with like lime. And I like lime, but it was a lot. It was a lot of lime. It was like extra lime, but not fresh lime, like concentrated lime. And it was all over everything. And I don't know, it just kind of sucked. I want to say that it sucked. But you know, it's okay. And then we wandered around for a little bit and hung out and looked at the shops and stuff, because they have some pretty cute shops there. And there was this one shop that specializes in just like socks and stockings and little slippers and things like that. They had some cute little socks there. And I just marvel at how, you know, creative people are in you know, making things like that, like little llama slippers and flamingos. I didn't really have it in mind to shop the other day. We're just kind of walking around and enjoying City Walk since we decided to forego the park because, yeah, like I said, too much money and it's too late in the day. But I feel like just wandering around there, I really did get some fun Christmas ideas, you know, because I like socks and slippers and things like that. Just kind of, especially when they're all, I don't know, unique and fun and silly. So I probably will go back and grab some gifts here soon and just, I don't know, Christmas is a ways off. I know I'm kind of rushing it, but at the same time, why not be prepared? I feel like I never am. I feel like I wait till the last minute and then Christmas shows up and catches me by surprise and I end up just scrambling to get gifts for people. So I thought maybe this year I'll get ahead of the game. I do this every year. I'm kind of notorious for this, and then I'll go on and do other things. I'll forget all about it. But maybe this year is the year that I will actually get my gifts and stuff all done before Christmas comes around. I don't know. Just my tots. Just my tater tots. So next, I kind of want to go into, I had an idea. Now I just lost it thinking about my wanting to get caught up on Christmas gifts. So goes the brain. Let's see. Let's try this shimmer right here. This is beautiful. I want to go ahead and give that a shot and see how I like it on the lid. So let me get a flat brush. Maybe this one? Yeah. And we'll just dip into that really quick and place that right about here. And this is a dry brush, so wow. Yeah, I just want to see how it performs without any help. And so far, so good. This is beautifully pigmented. It is a lovely shimmer. So they got metallics in here and they have toppers and they've got a duochrome. I believe the one I'm going to do next called Glitz is the duochrome that's in here, and it's lovely. I'll show that to y'all in a sec. But this one here is stunning. I'm telling you, I'm just going to pop it in the corner and put the name in the corner. I'm like, I can kind of see it, but I can't see it. I don't want to strain, take forever to get this video done. Just trying to read without my glasses. I'm telling you, as time passes, the sight just gets blurrier and blurrier. It's really depressing. I mean, it's no big deal. It's all right. I've already gotten used to reading glasses, but boy, I can remember a time that I had no problem at all reading. No blurriness, none of that. Boy, I miss that. I miss that. But regardless, this is a beautiful shadow. I mean, I'm really liking this. So we didn't go to the park. We wandered around. We hung out. We did have fun, and we just came home and relaxed. It was a day that Pat took off, and I'm glad that he did. We just kind of chilled out. We watched some movies, and yeah, just had fun. So it was a lovely Sunday, and this is a beautiful shade here. Let me show you guys. Sorry. This I'm gonna hop into next is is Glitz, and it is the duochrome. And this one here, I think it's Psychedelic, is that it? Psychedelic here, that's the topper, and that's really pretty too, but I'm gonna use Glitz today. I'm going by memory because when I read it with my glasses on, and I remember it because it is such a beautiful, bright shadow. Look at that pop, that's really pretty. And there is fallout, which, you know, doesn't surprise me. Maybe I will go ahead and put that topper on top just to see how that comes out, just to play with it a little bit. And there is one here I'm going to swatch for you guys really quick so you can see it. There's a shadow in here that I just love. See that? Oh, love it. Pretty. So let me grab some of this Psychedelic here on my finger, and I'm just going to tap that over the top of this one here just to kind of mesh these together. And because it is a topper, it doesn't have the full opacity, but it has that really beautiful shimmer, and you can build it up because I've already tried that and it works. It just takes a minute. It takes a little doing. It adds such a beautiful shift to that darker purple shimmer that I have on my eye. It really does. I love that. It just gives it that extra life that is, oh, so stunning. The next one I want to swatch for you guys, is that Rebellion? I'm going to point it out to you, and I'll put it in the upper hand corner, and we'll all have a nice time and know what I'm talking about. This one right here. This one I love because it is this beautiful deep burgundy shade. I'm just going to swatch right here. And when I used this one the first time I tried the palette, it has the most amazing staying power for me. It really is. And when I went to wash off, it was almost like, oh gosh, is it staining? But it didn't. It just took a couple tries for it to wash off. But this has got wonderful staying power, and it is a beautiful shadow. I just love it. So this is where we're at with the eyes right now, and I'm going to go ahead and hop off, zhuzh up the rest of my face. I'm going to hop back on, and we're going to discuss this eyeshadow palette. So hang in there. I will be right back. We're back, and this is the finished look. So let's go ahead and do a rundown on this eyeshadow palette. Let me say right away, I love it. I do, and I know I already said that I love the color story. I really do. This really does speak to me. I'm so glad that I got this one because this is something I feel like I'm going to gravitate toward, I'm going to use on a more regular basis. This really pretty burgundy, deep romantic look, I think this is fantastic. This is just perfect for me. Something I know I'm going to love this and use it. Just like my Sunrise palette, that's a great eyeshadow palette too. So I'm excited to have this, and I have to say that I really like that Natasha Denona is much more accessible. You know, you got your $25 option, the $65, $129 if you want to spend that on an eyeshadow palette. Not all of us want to do that, so I'm glad that her makeup line casts a wider net. You know, it just makes it more accessible to a larger amount of people, where other luxury brands like, you know, Pat McGrath or Tom Ford, you know, their stuff is just, it's a lot more expensive for what you're getting. So even though I love Pat McGrath eyeshadows, I do feel like I tend to buy Natasha Denona a lot more often because it's just a lot more accessible to me, you know, as far as price goes. And I really think that she makes really great eyeshadows. The formula is lovely. Never really had a problem using her stuff. You know, a lot of launches have come out, and I said in my last video I wasn't like super into them, not because I didn't think that they were pretty, but because it kind of felt like repeats, you know, like I already had all those shadows before. And I know that well, I don't know, I never really tried the Trichrome palette, but I heard a lot of people saying that it was just kind of, you know, just kind of so-so. So I'm really glad that I held out, that I got this one, because I do feel like I'm going to use it a lot more than I would have if I had gone for something that I already had, you know, in multitude, or if I tried a multi-chrome that was just kind of so-so. Because when you try JD Glow or Pat McGrath or something like that, it's kind of hard to go with a so-so multi-chrome, if you know what I mean. So I'm glad I got what I got, and I'm glad that I got to sit down and hang out with you guys and share it with you. And I hope that we will go ahead and check out Universal, you know, hopefully in a couple weeks from now at an earlier time, so we can go and have some fun there. I really want to go ahead and do that, and maybe I'll even try vlogging again. Who's to say? I want to check out their Halloween haunt. I've never seen it, so that sounds kind of exciting, you know, just kind of getting into the whole fall vibes and Halloween and all that stuff. So maybe we'll go ahead and check it out, and maybe I'll bring the camera and I'll actually film something while I'm there. Maybe I won't, and I'll just tell it in a later story, but either way, that's a possible plan in the future. So we'll just see. Maybe I'll wear this eyeshadow when I go. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all are safe. I hope you are healthy. I hope you are happy. And as always, I hope you all are having a beautiful day. Thanks. Bye.